Longtime Westside landmark is about to look very different. Local leaders officially broke ground on the redevelopment of Marble Manor, an historic public housing complex that had fallen into disrepair. The site is being transformed into a mixed-income housing community. The first phase includes 138 apartment homes and new neighborhood amenities designed to better support residents. The development is made possible by a $50 million grant. It's through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development.
I grew up in this community, and I have friends who lived in this very Marble Manor community. And so what I can tell you is it fills us with tremendous pride. Why? Because we know that our community, the historic West Side, is worth the investment.
Crews expect to finish the first phase of the project sometime next year. In the end, the complex will have more than 600 homes.